my name's Ashley Hernandez Moncada, and today we are going to be analyzing a song that was released in 2015 by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, in which it's called Same Love. And Ryan Lewis and Macklemore, they had used two popular music genres in which it was modern day hip hop and rap. And the way that they were conveying their message, it was by stating that love is should be accepted in many ways and many forms, as God loves His children for who they are, and how the society should not be normalizing that love. And before getting into the video, I would like to inform my audience, for those who have different perspective on how love should be accepted into the society, or for those who are against the LGBTQ plus community, that hopefully this speech is going to make them have a different perspective on what is normal and how love should be accepted in many ways and many forms. And let's get started. So from lines 10 to 11 of Same Love, it goes that for those who like the same sex have characteristics, and the right-wing conservatives think that you can be cured by some treatment and religion. And so in that part of the lyric, it is explaining how people who like the same sex, that is not considered to be normal into the society. And in order for them to be normal, they must be cured by taking very harsh treatments and being forced into religion. But going into the treatment parts, so in the early 1900s and the late 2000s, there was a therapy that was called the conversion therapy, and according to the Human Rights Campaign article, it was defined into being a decredited and very harmful therapy that had that's supposed to help those people change their sexual orientation and expressions about themselves. And this sort of therapy, it was a main impact into those people who fall into the LGBTQ plus community, as it's supposed to help them become normal into the society. But what we didn't know as the society is that using this sort of type of therapy, it actually caused a huge impact into their health, mental and physical health. And the article follows up by the Human Rights Campaign that this sort of therapy had made an impact into their mental health, as it made them get towards into depression, anxiety, and not being self-worth it anymore into the society. And so from that part of that lyric and using this information, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis were stating how people should not be normalized in order for them to be accepted into the society. And then the next part that we are gonna be talking about, it's about stereotyping. And from lines 1 and 2, it's the most common line of the lyric, in which it goes that whenever I was in 3rd grade, I thought I was gay because I could draw, and my uncle was, and I kept my room straight. And then it follows up from lines 3 to 5 that I had tears running down my face as I cried to my mother, and she told me that Ben, you liked girls before pre-K. And so using those lines from 1 through 5, it shows a example on gender stereotyping. And having these sorts of stereotypings, usually gender stereotyping, according to the LGBTQ plus primary hub, it was defined as following the gender norms and being more considerable towards the society. And this also made a huge impact towards the community, as they're not following the gender norms. They're supposed to act more into their gender and not unfollowing those rules. And so also this having these gender stereotypings, it also made a huge impact towards their mental health, as following the article back into the LGBTQ plus primary hub, is that they thought they weren't self-worth it, and they lost a lot of self-confidence in themselves, and that also had reach into like depression and anxiety and so on and so forth. And so we believe that the society should not be, using these gender stereotypings, as this could be very harmful towards anyone or any communities. And then our final topic that we are also going to be going over, it's about same-sex marriage. And so this song was like, dedicating towards that law finally being passed and letting everyone in the United States finally be able to have the same-sex marriage go through. And so according to Lopez article, so those who were going towards having the law passed, they believe that having this finally be granted, it's gonna let it's gonna let couples have benefits and doing stuff that normal couples would do in the society. And so having this law finally passed through, they finally are able to become what considered to be normal couples. And Lopez is also follows up how discriminating about same-sex marriage also had not let them be accepted into the society, in which filing taxes and all, and the White House finally saw that we were also not following up the 14th Amendment as well. And so love is patient, love is kind. People and the society, we should stop discriminating and being hateful towards each other, as we don't know what consequences brings us up into the other person's life. And so we should love our closest family members and friends as for who they are and what they believe in, what is their sexual orientation or race, because God loves all of his children for the way they are. Well, thank you guys so much, and you guys have a great day. Bye!